Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the Gump Report. I'm a Sammy Davis Jr. missing one eye and I don't even know how he lost it. I can't sing. I can't sing. The guy could sing, but he was never my favorite singer. Never. I may be an old guy, 50 almost, but that type of music never floated my boat, as they say. I'm a more of a funk, also disco kid from the 80s, not 70s. 70s, no. But European disco, that's my business right there. European funk, that's my business. Trance is my business. I love that music even though I can't remember the artist. But you get my point. And the reason I brought this up is that I didn't really care that much about Sammy Davis Jr., but I respected him. He went through the business and he got what he deserved, recognition. Finally, we got Tamina Snuka, which you already saw the thumbnail. You already saw the title. She won the title. Now, I'm sure many people say, why the fuck are you caring about this woman? Who cares? Well, here's the thing, guys. Tamina Snuka has been around for quite a long time. If you count her time in FCW with her cousins, the Usos, because I know she had to go through FCW even for a year or two. She went to FCW, then they brought her up to the main roster. She did not appear on the main roster untrained. Yes, she's not one of the greatest wrestlers. Let me tell you, the woman cannot wrestle that great. She was never a great wrestler. That's the one thing we gotta make very clear in this video. I gotta make very clear. I'm not telling you she's at the caliber or a Bayley, a Sasha, a Becky Lynch. No. She's not even near Charlotte. And Charlotte is overrated, guys. No matter what. She's overrated and overplastified. Because when you look at this WrestleMania Backlash, when you look at her, she looks like she's made out of freaking plastic, like she's a Barbie doll now. The way she does her makeup, the way her facial structure is, she looks like she had some type of work done, even if it's just makeup. She doesn't look like Charlotte from NXT. She looks like a dolled up version on Raw, which every one of them got to do. She did get a breast implant. Her titties are bigger now. And that's all she's got because she's still a stick. But when you see Tamina, compared to any one of those women, she's not at their caliber. Becky, Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, here. No, take that back. I'm sorry. Becky, Sasha, Bayley's here. Charlotte's here. Tamina's here. And I'm not taking anything away from Tamina. Tamina does have some level of ability. She doesn't hurt people to the point of making them be hospitalized like a... No. I don't hate Nia Jax as a person. She's probably very nice. But when she goes in a ring, she hurts people. At least you can say Tamina was never a great wrestler. But generally, she never hurt anybody. That is the reason why I cared enough to be saying something for the last, 8 years? 9 years? Since I've been on this platform? I've been saying it for years. Tamina Snuka may not be the greatest wrestler, but everyone around her who couldn't wrestle, that was only eye candy, who looked like they sucked a lot of dick to get what she got. And I'm talking about any of those general women. They weren't just given those titles because they were great in the ring. Many of them had no ring ability whatsoever. And they got the title with no charisma, no ring skills. The only thing it was their bodies that got them what they got. The only reason they got pushed is because they got a nice set of tits, a nice ass, and a damn good looking face that they kept up on that show. That's the reason why they got those titles. That's the truth. We can't lie about that. The Bella Twins, when they started winning titles, was not because they were incredibly great in the ring. No. Their looks got them where they gone. I'm sorry. And I'm not taking anything away from either Brie or Nikki, but the main reason they came in was because they were twins and they were fine looking. Tamina never had that. And for 10 straight years, where she maybe once or twice smelled the title, but never got a chance to hold the World or Divas title. Never. She had a chance against Beth Phoenix once. I think she even had a chance against Eve Torres once. But that was it. She never gained a title. Now, with Natalya by her side, she finally wins a title. And when you see WrestleMania Backlash, she's highly emotional. Now, I did see the post-show. They showed a little bit of a clipping of it. And how she was of SmackDown when she won it. And how upset she was. And how humble she was. I know one major mistake she did make was due to the fact of telling people about her dad. That her dad told her that this place was a wonderful place. A lot of people are not going to be fond of that. Not many people are going to be fond of her talking about her father, who many people still believe he killed someone and he got off the hook for it. That is the major thing that she made a mistake on when she went to, Talking Smack. After SmackDown, when she won the damn titles before WrestleMania Backlash. That is what you got. But, taking away from that, she was proud of herself. She earned it. Yeah, she had to have a partner to do it, but she finally earned it. It looked like Natalya got highly invested. When you see the exclusive video on WWE.com, when they start putting the face plates of Tamina on there, she was literally emotional. She had never even thought she would ever get a title. I'm taking a guess this woman thought that she was going to stay there. She's in her 40s now. She's maybe in her early 40s. She's not young. Either she's in late 30s, early 40s. The girl is not young. She's old. She's been there a decade. She was not young when she joined. So when it comes down to it, she probably expected she was never going to get a title and she was going to end her run in WWE with nothing. Now she's got this. But, as a great feeling that it is, we gotta have some debate here and have some questions. And I ask you guys, why? Because I already believe I know why. But I want to know your idea why Tamina Snuka finally got the title on a random SmackDown show instead of having on WrestleMania Backlash or WrestleMania. Why? Why? I do not completely understand. Wait a minute, did she just win it on SmackDown or did she win it? No, there wasn't a match for that on WrestleMania Backlash. I already got it on my head because that WrestleMania was okay, but when you did the Damian Priest versus Miz with the zombies, I'm basically done. I forgot it already. But we gotta ask some questions. Why would they do this on a random SmackDown show? Why? There's no point in them doing this on a SmackDown show, or Raw for that matter. Wouldn't have been better for a pay-per-view. Now, this is what I'm thinking. When they had WrestleMania, and those fans, yes, they were in Florida, not far from where she lived. And there was a good amount of people that was cheering for her. Now, mind you, many people would think that's her friends. But it was more than just a few people cheering that could have been her friends. She's been to Florida multiple times with either Raw or SmackDown, and they have never cheered for her. Let's be honest here. Very few people ever cheered for Tamina. Almost nobody did. But this time, in this WrestleMania, they did. She got pops for the first time I think anyone has ever heard, other than her working with Santino Marella or her cousins, Roman Reigns and the Usos. If there were faces, this was about her alone. Yes, she was working with Natalya, but when she got into the ring by herself, people legitimately popped for her. And for what I understand, that was what made Vince want to give her the damn title, along with Natalya. But here's the thing, guys. Honestly, if you look at this objectively, and I'm taking my feelings about Tamina completely out of this entire situation, because I always believed that she deserved to at least have one run with the world title for the women. Just one. To at least have it done and check it off her bucket list. Because many people don't even get that chance, not because they don't just have the ability, but they never get the opportunity. And now she was given the opportunity to win the titles with a friend. And now what does this mean? Why didn't she get this at WrestleMania Backlash. Why didn't she get this at WrestleMania? It would have been easier that way. They should have waited until the pay-per-view to give Natalya, as well as Tamina, definitely Tamina, who is now getting pops, the opportunity to get a title. Because this makes no sense. Even JD, who does not give a damn about Natalya, or give a damn particularly about Tamina, because he truly believes she can't wrestle for shit. But as I've always said, I know Tamina is not the best wrestler. Look, Sasha, Bayley, Becky, they're here. Ember Moon, they're here. Charlotte, not taking anything away, she can wrestle, but she doesn't know how to put anyone over. I'm sorry, guys. She can't put anyone over. That is, and you could also put Asuka there to the top. Asuka's here, along with everybody. Charlotte is here. And I'm not being cruel. Charlotte just cannot wrestle at the caliber of a Sasha, a Bayley, a Becky, and Asuka. She just can't. She's just not that good of a wrestler. She can wrestle, but she's not a father who can elevate anyone with his skill. She's just not that good. She can get herself over, and that's it. That's all she can do. But you got the girls there. You got Charlotte here. And then you can see Tamina below Charlotte. That's the truth. She's an alright undercarder to near mid-carder. That's what Tamina is. And there's nothing wrong with that. There have been many mid-card wrestlers, male or female, who have gained great recognition and respect. They don't have to be in the main event. They just got to be cared about by the fans. That's what this was always all about. Getting cared about by the fans, making that money, and showing that you were contributing to the company. And many people say she's never contributed. Yes, she has. Is it a lot? No. I'm telling you right now, she's never contributed a huge amount. She's only been muscle for people. Either Eve Torres, oh my goodness, how many people did she do stuff for? At one point, she was working with Beth Phoenix, but she wasn't her muscle. At one point, she was working with, I think, Paige, but that was brief. I'm not even sure about that. She was with Naomi as well as Sasha Banks in Bad. She was around a lot, being people's muscle. Even AJ Lee had her muscle. That's what she was. She was muscle. She's always done something. Does it mean it was always translated to be great? No. Some of it was mostly mediocre to good. But now she won the title. Outside of a signature pay-per-view, where people was obviously getting behind this woman and legitimately wanted her to finally get a damn title. Because it's obvious she should have been given a title years ago. And that would have been the end of it. But either someone really didn't like her in the back, or someone really didn't like her because she didn't suck dick in the back, or get it up the ass. Because as we know, like with Melina, not knocking Melina when she was with John Morrison, she was willing to do what she could to get ahead, like many women. They will cutthroat you no different than men. But some women usually will screw someone to get over in the wrestling business sometimes, back then. Now I don't think so. They don't have to do it that much, like to pander to the promoters. Not as much, particularly with the Me Too movement that happened. Things are now a bit different. But when it comes to Tamina, she never got anywhere. She got nothing. And I think she would have believed she would have retired with not one title under her belt. Now she is a champion. What does this mean? Well, if this was only one title, one women's title, and they had pushed it, this would be something great for Tamina. Obviously would be great for her. Because when you really look at it, you got two women who are second generation. Well, you got Tamina, who's a second generation, and you got Natalya, who's a third generation. They could give legitimacy to a tag belts, but that's if the tag belts were cared about by Vince McMahon, and they are not. The only way that those titles will mean something to Vince is when Twin Magic comes back. That's what I'm saying. I have a feeling that Tamina and Tamina and Natalia, because I kind of wish Naomi had been working with Tamina. But Twin Magic may still come back. And if they come back, they're going to want those titles. So throwing them on Natalia and Tamina is like a stopgap if the Bella Twins are coming back. In between that, does that mean it's going to mean something? No. And that's the thing that kills me here. Tamina, when you looked at her on those videos, she was legitimately so happy to finally have a dream of hers come true. She finally won a title. Finally a real, honest to goodness title. Not the 24/7 stupid championship that's run around and almost 100 people got it. No. Real titles. And I'm sure she's going to be proud of it. Does that mean she's going to up her game with her promo skills? Probably not. Does that mean she's going to improve herself in the ring? Probably not. What you see is what you get with Tamina. Maybe she might be more enthusiastic, yes, but she's not going to do anything substantial. But it doesn't change anything. She earned what she got. But the problem is what she's gotten does not have anything behind it. And I feel sorry for her. I honestly do, because she wanted this for so long. I've even said this for years, that this woman deserved better. And instead of Vince saying, you know what? Tamina's been around a while and he's been doing some decent work. Let's make sure they have something special. Let's let them have this at WrestleMania Backlash or at SummerSlam. Because if Vince only just saw her getting cheered at WrestleMania and he wasn't going to change his plans, Backlash would have been something okay. Or better yet, SummerSlam would have been something okay. Now, mind you, they may keep the titles, her and Natalia, up to SummerSlam. Or Hell in a Cell, for that matter. Because they could have done Hell in a Cell. But this is what we got. A reign between two people. One of them who's never had a title once in their life until now. Who's so thoroughly happy and humble. Is holding useless titles. That have not been pushed. That's not getting fair storylines. That the owner of the company did this only because two women were pestering him so much that he just did it. And that's Sasha and Bailey. But this is just my point of view. And I hope you enjoyed this Gump report. I don't know what number this is. I'm probably going to release this Thursday instead of the one that I already filmed. That will probably be for next week. But I hope you enjoy it. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.